Hey guys, John here with ATX Hot Sauce. I have a brines going for about a month, and I'm going to show you how to make an incredible sauce today. We call it our Thai plum sauce. A little sweet, a little spicy. I'm going to walk you through how to make it, how to bottle it. All right, let's get to making this Thai plum sauce. One of my favorite sauces to make. I think you're going to really like it. Hopefully you can make it at home. Just as a reminder, I've been fermenting these Thai chilies and carrots for about a month now, and then I've also been brining these and fermenting these plums here for a month also. So let's get going and see how it looks. First thing you're going to do is open it up. You notice we got a little breather on here. We're going to look inside. Oh, that looks so clean, so good. Oh my God, the smell. Wish you could smell this right now. It's absolutely perfect. See the brine in there? You got some of the lactobacillus down at the bottom that's dead a little bit, but that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly normal. That's where the carrots are. And you got the Thai chili peppers on top of it. Got my fermentation weight. Let's open these plums up. Ah, there you go. I knew I could do it. As you can notice, we've got a little bit of yeast going on in here. You know, the yeast is perfectly fine. That's not gonna hurt you. I'm gonna take that out. I'm gonna use a spoon and just kind of scoop it off the top. But it's perfectly fine to have that in your sauce. Wipe off a little bit of this yeast around the outside of it. We just don't want a bunch of it in there. It's perfectly harmless though, natural, it's all good. Look at that red color from those plums. All right, let me get a strainer. I'm gonna take a strainer and we're gonna strain the plums out into this right here. Make sure you save that brine. That brine can be used for a lot of things. Oh wow, look at those. I don't know if you can see this, but these things look absolutely phenomenal. Fantastic. We're gonna save that brine for a little later. I'm gonna go ahead and put that right there. Let's get another strainer out. Now I've sanitized everything, right? We'll star sand, make sure that it's all good. Sometimes there's a little bit left over, but it's perfectly safe. And we're gonna take the fermentation weight out of this. There you go. Oh wow, those smell absolutely phenomenal. Gonna dump that right in here. All right, look at those carrots. What? Those two are done. All right. Wow, look at the color of these. Absolutely phenomenal. How's that brine doing? Good. All right, let's show you how you're gonna do the pH test. One of the things I like to do is do a pH test on the actual brine itself. Kind of gives us a starting point where we're at. I want these to be shelf stable, which means, you know, 4.4, 4.5 or less. I actually like my brines to be in the 3s. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna show you how to do the pH test on it. All right guys, let me show you how to do the pH test. I like to do it on the brine. I'm also gonna do it on the sauce when I finish the sauce up. This is one of my favorite ones, pH tester. It's really good. You still gotta calibrate it every month or so. And make sure you get that little thing down on the bottom. Make sure it stays moist all the time. You want to keep that lid on it, keep it out of the sunlight. So let's go ahead and taste that, or test the brine here real quick. Let's start our pH meter, get it going here, and then we're just going to put it down in there. Kind of waiting here, waiting for what I got there, 4.4. That's actually pretty good, right? That means it's shelf stable. We're going to be adding a little bit of white wine vinegar to it later. It's going to make it a little bit more acidic, lower that pH a little bit. We're also going to test and see what the plums are. Let's do that next. All right, let's taste out. Let's test the plum. This brine's been going for a while. I've washed this off. We'll get that down in there. Oh yeah, look at that. I don't know if you can see that. That brine is about 3.2 on the pH meter, 3.2. Add in those both together, we're gonna get somewhere up in the higher 3s. That means they're probably not gonna add as much vinegar as I usually do, white wine vineger, but we're at that perfect stage, shelf stable, right? Very important that you have one of these when you're making a sauce. And always clean it off, make sure it's all good. And then make sure you store it. Make sure you always store it straight up like that. So what's the next step? Well, it's one of my favorite parts. One of the loudest parts too, especially if you have a good blender. We're gonna blend these things up. We're gonna blend them up together, see how it turns out. All right, we're gonna be adding in our Thai chilies, carrots, a little bit of turmeric, sanitize this whole area. And after that, we're gonna add these plums I've been fermenting for a month for our Thai chili plum sauce. Oh man, this is gonna be great. Now, one of the things you definitely wanna do after you put this in there. You need a little bit of juice, right? I think I'm going to do a little bit of the plum brine, right? I think that might go really, really, really well with this sauce. We're going to go ahead and add almost that whole thing. And then we're going to touch it up with just a little bit of the brine from the Thai chilies themselves. Now don't worry about this thickening up because we're going to add some xanthan gum here to in just a few minutes. Now, one of the things you don't want to do is those blades, when they're speeding up, causes friction in there and heats everything up. And that's one of the things you don't want to do because it can kill the good bacteria in there, the lacto stuff that's really good for you. So we want to make sure we let it rest for just a minute. What we're trying to do, I know a lot of people run it through a strainer or whatever. I don't really like that. I like my sauce a little bit chunkier with maybe even a few seeds in it, but these blenders typically get rid of all that. So we're going to do it a little bit more here after we let it rest. We're going to go. Let's taste this out just a little bit. Oh my God. Wow, that flavor, absolutely amazing. That smell. Oh, that's gonna be a little spicy, but wow. I can taste the fruit, the Thai chilies, absolutely phenomenal. Maybe a smaller spoon next time, maybe a smaller spoon. We are gonna add a little bit of vinegar to this, so let's try that now. All right, now this is still not the consistency I really want, so I have a little attachment for this. You've probably seen one of these little bullets. These things are monsters. They'll really break that stuff up. All you do is put it in there. So we're gonna do a little bit this time and mix it back together again. Ooh, I'm still tasting those chilies, so good. Wow, that's a good sauce. Yeah, now look at the difference in the consistency on those. So we're just gonna add this back in, blend it up a little bit more, and put it back in here. Now this next step here, what I'm gonna do, we've added vinegar and we've added some brine back in it. So I'm gonna take some xanthan gum and I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon to this, which is about 60 ounces. Keep it thicken up, keep it from separating. Probably a little bit more than, or a little bit less than 1 teaspoon. Don't want to have too much in there. I like to put my little separate bags, those Ziplocs, they come in kind of hard to get out. And we're going to blend this up. All right. I think we're done here. Oh, wow. Oh. Yep, that's gonna be a good one. Let's put this right here. And what are we gonna do? Gonna try the pH on this. See if you can see that. 3.8. That's a good number. Shelf stable. We're good. All right, sauce is ready. Done the pH test. We blended it all together, brined it for a month before that. Actually combined 2 brines today. One of plum and 1 Thai chilies, little turmeric, fresh turmeric, and carrots. Now the taste test. First of all, love the consistency. Yeah, wow, the plums. I can really taste the plums. Oh, there's the heat. It's right on the back end too. That's actually really good. Thinking maybe chicken wings tonight for dinner. All right, next step is bottling. Obviously, I've washed these thoroughly, sanitized them, all good to go. That in the lids. Also done the same thing with my funnel here. Gotta be careful with these funnels. Stick it all the way down and kind of cuts the air off. So you gotta have this little handle here. So if I pour a bunch of that in there, it doesn't really pour out. You just lift up just a little bit. Now, one of the things you want to do, this fermentation is probably still going, so be careful about filling your bottles up all the way. If you fill them up all the way, still create CO2. How about the lid when you store them? Oh, the smell coming off this is just absolutely incredible. I can still smell the plum, that white wine vinegar, and the Thai chilies. And I'm getting a little whiff of that turmeric too, that fresh turmeric I peeled when I made this brine. I'll grab some paper towels, because those are your friends when you're making sauces. Let's get those bottles wiped off. Been sanitized. Get that lid on there tight. Now, after this, I've got a lot more to do, but for the purposes of time in this video, I'm only doing 3. Now, here's my favorite part, the foil. Foil that goes right on top here. All right, guys, my favorite thing to get these foil caps on and ready, get a little heat gun. Half power, turn it up hot. Don't hold your hand there too long because it gets a little bit of warm. All right, gonna do the top. Sometimes that little cap likes to come off. Smash it down, good to go. Okay, top. See how that kind of popped up there? All we gotta do is go like that. All right, there you go. Thai plum sauce. All we need is a label for this puppy now, and we'll be good to go.